ages and all the different items he's going to have, especially alongside the Seraphs. Similar with how Rumble is going to build Leandries, you're going to have access to Bloodletter's Curse, so you're going to actually have a lot of half minutes time for these grubs. And Savior and YCX are not only late to this lane, but seems like they're going to drag their jungler along. Really important for this play to work. Otherwise, Climber's going to miss out on a timer to potentially get level 6 for the dragon.
Shun's here, but Shun's resetting and caught on the reset. He's not the only one. Zhuo going to go down for first. Well, the dragon is being done. Every second bought by LGD is a second towards the dragon. Shun, we'll see if he can go for his steal, but YCX locks him in place. The rest of JDG coming in, and Climber walks away from the dragon. Improper setup by LGD. JDG, that's a thank you for the leash.
Yeah, at least waves as effectively as Pays, and more importantly, what I'm looking at is both of these supports not level 6 yet.
LGD want to challenge. Zhuo, nice knock up, but gets answered by the Aftershock. Pays is engaged on, has no way out, flashes and connects with the Feather Storm, but enough time was bought by XQW to pick up 2 picks. Arrive at Dragon, and Dragon, as we previewed, is the upcoming objective. Now 30 seconds left on that, and JDG fishing for a play around the mid lane. Could be as easy as the grubs, but a huge engage from Zhuo, and Shun's right there immediately after, and Pays again gets counter-engaged on by Climber, and this time, no flash, no Feather Storm, is caught in the Cataclysm and taken down.
There we go. Really tight timer there for them to find. They knew
you wish you'd stuck around for that. You wish you hadn't canceled the back, but at least you get the dragon on top of it. Again, trade of plates as Shun engages into what I think should be a nothing murder.
That's called phase rush and out. Here are the members of LGD roaming, and they're gonna cut Sasa off from this way. This might just be first turret going over to JDG.
And it should be. I mean, well earned with the teleport like you talked about. You invest that, you get not just the Rift Herald, but the top lane turret. Now you're able to use the Rift Herald elsewhere to crack apart the map. A good way for JDG to claw back some momentum in this game, and this could be a better one. In come 2, Scout, accompanied by Shun, get countered by the hero's entrance, but flash out from Scout keeps JDG dancing around the edges of LGD. No clear way for the engage to go, but in connects the hook, and down goes Scout. Feather Storm, and the dance pulled back by Pays is going to be used right now, but won't be enough to help him disengage. Pays gets left out to dry, and JDG run back home.
JDG thought they had enough damage. Xiaoshu, I really want to take a look back at that fight. What the hell is JDG doing? They just left Scout out to dry. He's in complete
win a fight until post 20 minutes.
I mean, they're also just down items, right? I didn't highlight this before, but Savior already done with the Flicker Blade, so he's going to have a lot more ability to dash in and out of fights. Maybe that gives him some more mobility there. And Climber, once he finishes his Dragon, maybe he needs a camp or 2. He's going to be very close to that Black Cleaver, so 1 and 2 items finishing relatively soon here for LGD.
Lasu, a little bit aggressive onto Shah, who does have backup from the team and draws JDG down here. I said it before, winning a fight at this point is pretty risky. YCX gets caught and taken down. Xiaoshu continuing the fight, and a nice engage, a nice pick gets caught, but Xiaoshu goes for more, getting greedy onto Climber, forcing a flash from the J4 himself. JDG, I said they wouldn't win a fight till 20 minutes. They get a pick, and I'm going to call that very work.
And 19 minutes, if you round up, it works.
If you round up.
That's basically 20 minutes.
And Pays wasn't there, so.
So, for JDG, I'm gonna be honest here, DL. I still think this is actually advantage towards LGD, because we're gonna have Otacon spawn in 30 seconds, and while JDG might have Cryo by grabbing these 2 turrets and their first kill of the game, they're gonna be walking into this objective with no flash and no teleport from Scout. And now they're in the picture-in-picture. I'm sorry, LPL.
Now we get the picture-in-picture. And JDG are winning it of all people. We haven't seen the big engage yet, though. Pays does use the Feather Storm just to get away, as we spoke of earlier. XQW flashing away, but the front line of this Rumble is massive. Xiaoshu, we've seen him in 2 fights now take to the front line, and in both of those, he has managed to win them for the team. Scout engaging on the side onto Sasu, while a nice clean up kill goes over as XQW falls. These are nice team fights being taken by JDG at the right time.
That is an Otacon, and if now LPL, you want to send us to a replay, not a bad time.
Yeah.
Not a bad time for it. We're going to have teleports coming in from Sauce on the bottom side, but that looked like an incredibly split fight. I mean,
they've left him in the side lane for so long, and finally, whether it's from them, whether it's from Xiaoshu, the comm comes in, I'm ready. But are they ready to fight now? Because LGD certainly are. He does find the engage. Remember, Pace has flash up for this fight, is playing backline. Featherstorm's in the wrong direction, but still manages to survive. Climber trading kill for kill. Trapped in the Cataclysm for right now. Finally, the rest of JDG get to exit. XQW does find a big taunt and the knockup, and Pace is down. All of a sudden, this turns around. Scout still alive. Grabs another kill onto Savior, but with only 2 members left, can they pull this out? YCX still alive against Shun. Shun finds the wall stun and the cleanup. That was such a close fight, but JDG get the dragon.
Oh, that might have been an Otacon diff right there, Dia. Just getting all of the explosions, because you have all of these different knockups going over. It's actually splitting the fight and burning LGD and XQW, but
Vision as LGD push forward for a little bit more, still itching for a fight, but now that they've gotten all this vision in the top side jungle, it's very dangerous for JDG to walk in.
I love this toggle from our observers there. We're getting Savior throw a culling.
Watch Paze and Xiaoshu. We're looking for the equalizer, and we are looking for the Feather Storm. Not gonna come out of Paze just yet. There's the Feather, rather the Blade Chance into the equalizer, and LGD are melting on top of it. Savior gonna dash in the back line, not even pick up Xiaoshu, although with Paze dead, things looked good on paper. It was after so much damage had been dealt by JDG.
Can they actually do this, Baron, though? Scout is at a quarter of his HP. Shun's almost full. They're gonna get Xiaoshu to teleport back in.
Yeah.
This should be their objective. Nobody from LGD is gonna be up. And again, an incredibly close fight here from LGD, but just missing out on some of the margins. The knockups onto Xiaoshu, and
right now, solo laning in a way does have backup from JDG waiting in the jungle and setting up vision for him. The Baron empowered minions making this turret an afterthought. They've still got a couple available in the other lanes, mid and top. Basically freestanding gold at the moment. This is not necessarily the Baron that you break the base with, but it'll help to set you up for that in the future.
In the early gold here, they can look for an engage while JDG are split. Shun's gonna go fishing with yet another Keeper's Verdict, gonna cancel out to keep the timer as we are a minute away from Dragon. Now, Dia, if you want to learn how to potentially get your objective setups to be a little bit better than JDG and LGD this series, we do have a key sponsor for the stream. We have ProDiff. If you want to get personalized coaching from LTA, ERL, and NACL players, you can improve your game and use LPL 10 at checkout to save 10% for an individual coaching session with a bunch of coaches who we've actually had on the broadcast helping do a little bit of breakdown.
I'm going to say something I could certainly use, but we'll see. Wow!
Oh!
Like, nice exit being made. Shun, courtesy of him. And now the base gets broken. We did talk about this Baron buff not necessarily being used for that, but as soon as you have the opportunity, JDG are going to take it, especially when they are able to keep LGD at arm's length.
All you gotta do is, let's just use it for the time being. Got another 40 seconds. Xiaoshu will not have teleport. It seems like this will be the last wave that JDG will play on. And what I want to foresee for them now is, how do we control bottom side jungle vision here? Dragon's gonna spawn, and that'll be soul point for one of...
Flashless Jarvan disengages, but Savior in the meantime picks up Sasu and says, you know what? You know what JDG aren't paying attention to? You know what JDG never set up vision for?
Oh, JDG! What are we doing? Equalizer is going to come out mostly to clear the wave and potentially clear the way for JDG to take this top tier 2. It's going to be that on that next wave that they're looking. Still, control of the top side, and Baron spawns in a minute. I think JDG can play this low and slow. Problem is whether or not they're going to actually agree with that take.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't love the equalizer here.
Whoa!
Did enjoy that. I did enjoy that. And the turret take from JDG. It's JDG lacking a little bit. That's where they've got their shot. But remember, Paze, flash up, and with his front line eating the engage, there is just no way Paze is dying. He gets to play the back to front, does use the Feather Storm though, actually is quite low and gets taken down. The XQW helps him out there. But with Xiaoshu now re-entering the fight, and Scout, like you talked about, Scout with a triple kill and playing the health bars just like he always has, helps his team pick up the team fight victory, and now I think they're looking to end the game.
Yep, they've got a super inhibitor minion wave coming on through. Just not enough here for LGD. A clean fight, and one where everybody was looking at Paze, but Scout ends up making the difference here.
That was an excellent fight, and Scout pick up on Sasu. I'll be honest, bit of an afterthought. This is going to be a game going to JDG. And while all the focus, like you talked about, was on Pays, I am so glad you've been highlighting Scout through this match, because he is a huge reason, one of the biggest reasons that they were able to escape from this game 1, the early, and take it into a game 2 with a victory.
It's